hit that button. I wasn't ready. I'm gonna be so real with you. I just impulsively clicked it. Hold on, let me send my live links. I realized I didn't do that yesterday because I'm a dumb. Hello, if you're watching this VOD on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, consider liking the video, and all of the linkies in the description if you're interested in any of that stuff. Hi, chat! Ty Guy with the first! How many times have you gotten that? Oh my god, you got a level up from that. That's your third time? That's kind of wild, dude. There hasn't been that many streams. That's crazy. Fuck. Yo, what's up, Rain? What's up, Moonchi? Seth! Aww, that makes me sad. Yo, another 10 XP, let's go. See you when you get off work, thank you for the lurk. Hi, Lola, how's it going? At least I saw the button this time. You saw the button, which means there was no excuse, Sapphire. I'm just kidding. Whoa, you're doing great. Hey, Start, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. I was spamming for the past 3 minutes. Yo, what's up, Thon? I saw it, I clicked it, it didn't count. That's rude. Server client side shenanigans, absolute shenanigans. Same deal as last time? Deal. Okay, first person who comes, Start, that's you! Look at that, that was quick. Notes. Well, box is broken. I think someone just redeemed it. Yeah, someone just redeemed it. Yo, welcome in. Hey, how's it going, Speedy? Yo!
Oridon gifted a tier 1 subscription.
You're here! Oh my goodness, I thought you were at work! Congratulations on your free sub. Thank you so much for claiming first, Ty Guy. And thank you so much for the follow, De Niro. How's it going? Welcome in. Hello. Welcome. Make yourself at home, friend. How's it going? It's gonna be a chill stream, maybe. Unless it's not. I don't know. I assume it's a chill stream. It's just chatting stream. Yo, the sub with Prime, De Niro. Thank you so much. A Prime sub is insane.
Nero_ just subscribed with Prime.
Let's go. Thank you so much. Washing dishes is the best way to watch stream. Dude, honestly, really thought I would really be getting all the points back. I'm so sorry that it didn't end up that way. Reject redeems are actually really rare, if I'm being so honest with you. It is not common at all. The fact that you got is insane. Oh, Vato, how's it go? Unvato? Is that... Tell me I'm pronouncing that wrong, because I think I am. I'm sorry. My instinct to say Unvato. No, Sav! Bye, Sav. How's we doing? We're doing pretty solid, honestly. We're doing pretty solid. I wanted to take there's a couple of things to talk about today, and Ty Guy reminded me, even though I totally would have remembered on my own, of course. We need to workshop Avelicus. We need to do some workshopping for Avelicus. And I also want to talk about the Adventurer's Guide, if people are interested in talking about the Adventurer's Guide. And I have an option for you guys if you do want to talk about it. It is decent enough. Pronunciation, Lamau? Okay. Yo, what's up, Fern? How's it going? What does a membership give me again? You mean, subscription? Emotes, no ads is the big ones. Yo, Lamb, right by Lammy Bambi is here. Let's go, welcome in. Or I will teach you Spanish so you pronounce it. You know what, I'm gonna look it up.
Bato.
Oh! Un bato? I know that my dialect is gonna be absolute garbage on that, but at least I'm saying, hopefully, the actual pronunciation correctly. It's annoying more than painful. Oh no. Or that hoodie is very minimalist Southern California Asian stylist core. Cool. I don't think I fit into any of those things that you said, but honestly I'm down for it. I like it. I don't mind that. I'm free from ads for a month. I feel weight off me. Beautiful. Un bato. I feel so bad. But I have to say something. I have to refer to you. I'm so sorry. That doesn't hurt. But it's annoying pain. That's understandable. If you're quick to recover. Dude, honestly, Rhea, I hope so. Moonchi, you are always in some kind of trouble. It's insane. Not trouble, but like sick, pain, something. Don't do that, Moonchi. Feel better immediately, right now. That is a command. To be honest, I just joined the stream. I have no idea what I'm here for. Well, you're here now, so stick around. Stay a while and listen. It's me. Oh, it's Seth! It's Sapphire! Are you at work? Are you at work right now, Saf? I returned from the box. Oh, welcome back. Were you a moderator, Saf? I don't remember. Do I have to remod you? The more you say feel better, it just jinxes me. Okay, don't feel better under any circumstances, I guess. Mwah. Thank you so much for the mystery box, which you spontaneously combust. I am not Twitch mod. Okay, do you want to be? Hey, Ori, do you want to see my character sheet? Then actually stream another Utopia game? The next Utopia game stream, the live gameplay will be Monday, but you can still show me the character sheet. This is just chatting for any questions about Utopia or anything really, but I presume that that it's probably going to be focused around Utopia. Yo, what's up, Brad? How's it going? Welcome in, man. Not at work either. Let's go! Say Adventurer's Guide, evilly strokes cat. I heard you were talking about the Adventurer's Guide. Yes, I was. Teehee, evil laugh. Could you just let me know and I'll deliver? You hit me with it. Was your favorite color Lolo yet? My favorite color is definitely Lolo. It's red and orange. My favorite color is definitely yellow. I'm good. Tune 31 today? Turn 31 today? No shot! Brant, happy birthday! No way, dude. That's so awesome. My stream is bugging and won't let me watch. Aw, I just have to watch a VOD. I'm sorry, Speedy. I love you. I'm sorry if you're watching this VOD, Speedy. I love you. Happy birthday day. Yeah, no, for real. Kingfire, how's it going? Hi, this is my first time chatting one of your streams. Let's go! Welcome in. Thank you so much for chatting. If you ever have any questions, you're always free to ask. I do my best to see all of chat. It's kind of tough sometimes. I think you're in an ad right now, though, unfortunately, so I'm going to restate that. Happy birthday! Moochie evaporates. Happy birthday. I watch your Utopia stuff. Let's go. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. What did you have against me specifically in some of the recent changes in the errata? Ty guy, listen, man. I also smile when we get someone new. That's so sweet. Bubba birthday. I have nothing against you specifically, Ty guy. Probably. Wow, thank you so much for the mystery box. I really appreciate it. Yo, the level. I do want to talk about, okay, so workshopping of Elicus and the Adventurer's Guide. But if we do talk about the Adventurer's Guide, I need you guys to make a choice. So if you guys want to hear about the Adventurer's Guide, you'll have to let me know. Welcome in. Okay, Kingfire. I don't know. I assume that you just got out of an ad. So if that is the case, thank you so much for chatting. I really appreciate you being here. And thank you so much for coming from YouTube. Really does mean a lot. If you ever have any questions, you are always free to ask. Tuesdays are usually a really good day for that. Sometimes we might be gaming, we miite be doing something else, but as of recently, it's been a lot of just chatting, specifically to just answer questions and stuff like that. Is this like a D&D thing? Utopia? Yeah, Utopia is a tabletop RPG like D&D. Same genre, very different game. Info dump about Adventurer's Guide. You guys have no idea how many times I have heard. I've heard both. This game is just D&D, and this game is just GURPS. And I'm like, you're talking about two very different games here, guys. I don't know if you guys know that, but those two games are very different from each other. He stole a coin from us. True. Spill all the secrets about the Adventurer's Guide. Okay, if we do want to talk about the Adventurer's Guide, chat, means that we will have to come back to workshopping of Elicus. But you guys have to pick one. Lore or mechanics. I'm going to make you guys pick between one of those two things. Okay. I'm gonna start a poll. We got this up for 5 minutes. You guys decide what you guys want to talk about. This says use capitalism, by the way, so you can spend channel points to get more votes in this poll. It'll be lasting for 5 minutes. Have fun. I would say you got time to workshop the hammer since the party's still kind of broke. That was another thing I was going to say. When it comes to workshopping of Elicus, I'm kind of hesitant on the hammer suddenly. And I will not fully explain why, but I will partially explain why, maybe. It depends. I don't want to give away too much. You voted 20 times? Beautiful. For lore. For lore. God, I love this art so much. Oh, the party art makes me so happy. Oh my god, some of this art is so good, chat. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm adding a sticker, chat. I'm adding a sticker. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm adding a sticker. Ah, hold on. Okay, I win. No, Laura would win. Oh, mechanics are taking over. Mechanics are taking over. No, goodbye for 1 second. Okay. What? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, there's no pumpkin emote, but it's called jack-o'-lantern, which is silly. Ah! Okay. Don't leave me alone in the voting. I'm broke. No, that's crazy. No, I'm sorry. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. Okay. I really appreciate it. I really do love that name too. That is so awesome. Oh, the lore is winning. Okay, Workshopping Eve is not on the agenda. Apparently, people are not into it. Not that they're not into it. I just presume that it's not the main focus right now. They think I won't use all 1.6k. What they think this is? What they think this is? Probably because of what I said. Oops. I missed the lore. Not the lore. No. Sorry, I missed what you said. I was calling my mom for like 2 minutes. No, you're fine. You're fine. We're doing a poll right now. We're backwards. We're doing a poll right now. Hold on. I'm curious of something. Chat. If I write something on this, is it backwards? No, it's not backwards. Okay, I was just checking. So I can write stuff on this whiteboard. Duly noted. Doesn't erase super good, which is unfortunate, but at least we can write on it. At least we can write on it. Thank you so much, Lol Love, for the lurk. I really appreciate it. 2.3k on mechanics. Insane. Oh my god. They can get... Someone said show dog. I must show the pep. Here you go, chat. 500. Whoops. Met 700. Not backwards. Tyga will not win this, my friend. I'm still going to lose. No, guys, no way. Sorry, Ty. I do have a corgi. She's a good girl, Pep. Her name is Piper. I love her so much. She is the best. I keep getting more coins. I got like 600 back somehow. I mean, you do get them over time. They do regenerate over time slowly. Vote for mechanics so you don't miss lore. I only have 2 points. No, oh my god. Jesus Christ. And that is a win. She hates the squirt bottle. She absolutely does. Oh, no way. 600 left. Oh my god. Ty Guy won with 2,760 channel points. Oh my goodness. All my points stat, but made me happy. I spent 2,700 points. Jesus Christ. Thank you guys so much for that. Oh, hey, I got 10K. I gave Eve 13 votes. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for doing that. This is a sad day. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Chat, let's talk a little bit of lore then. You do not get them back if you don't win. You do not get them back. But also, you did win. You did win. You won. Oh, you mean on the other one? I like pugs. Lamal. That's just a Twitch rule. I actually have no power over channel points. I can't. Dude, it's turning into map pad? What do you mean? Oh, you mean because of... You mean that? He voted mechanics. He also won on lore. Because lore won, and it said that Ty Guy put in 2,700 points to lore. Unless that was just like a misspelling? That's what it said, right? How? Were you clicking a different one? Yeah, it says Adventures Guide lore. Ty Guy contributed 2,760 channel points. Yeah. Oh, never mind. No, it was saying to the other one. But you contributed the most. It's just that more people okay, never mind. I just misread that. I misunderstood that. I haven't probably gotten into the official lore yet, so this will be a first. And I still lost. I'm sorry! I can't actually give back channel points in any way other than rejecting redeems. I can't give channel points. I can't offer channel points in any additional, like, rate. Twitch has complete control over that. Feels bad, man. It does feel bad. Tasty lore. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Sebastian, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you for being here, buddy. Okay, so for lore, use paper. But I gotta go to bed. Have a good one, Press. Thank you for being here, buddy. Okay, so for lore, how do we want to go about this? Do we want to break this up into territories, or do we want to go, like, early days? Do you want me to just, like, from the start? Or do you want me to break down, like, land masses and give you, like, civilization culture? I use paper. Thanks for the welcome. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Hold on, someone... give me just a second. Someone in Discord is asking me something. Jesus Christ! Alright, I'm awake! Hi, Virgo! Chronologically is always my go-to. Kniffy. What's up, Soup? I don't use paper anymore unless I'm in class. That's fair. I guess from the beginning sounds good. Way loud. Yeah, I know. I feel the same. I think it's actually a lot louder to me than it is to the stream. I turned it down about 50%, so it is loud. It's loud, chat. Is this what's holding me back? From the beginning? Okay, I have a gift for you, Ori. What's the gift, Soup? Okay, cool. I got to that. Good morning, sweetie. How was school? I don't know about that. I woke up like 2 hours ago. All along it was the paper. It was the PH sound. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really needed that personally. Jesus Christ! Guys! All right. Good morning, sweetie. How was Evie's time? It was wonderful. Not long enough. Loud. I agree. Okay, chat. From the start, roughly from the start, I'm going to do my best to break this up chronologically, but you guys will have to ask questions. So, the modern day of Utopia takes place in the year of 200. and it just goes into negatives. It is called AC and BC, which stands for after colonization and before colonization. And that is specifically of Uto. So, yo, Jester with the Prime sub! No way, dog! Yo, thank you so much!
Jester just subscribed with Prime.
Dude, yo, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. Okay, so year 200. It has been 200 years since Uto was colonized in the modern day of Utopia, right? So, fighting. Former Jester is such a good name, though. It really is, though. I really love Jester is awesome, dude. Had a good time in the Patreon chats with Jester. Jester has some of the most bomb-ass ideas I've ever seen, dude. It's wild. Hey, go follow Sapphire, I think. All right, so about 200 years ago, Uto was colonized. Uto is the hyper-technological moon that exists, right? Well, before that is the negative years, and the negative years were kind of recollected accordingly to, like, once they started using a year system that was, like, regulated across all civilizations. We want new lore? This is new lore. This is, okay. I have to build a basis for it. Prior to that point, there was... No, I like hearing it all. Okay. So 200 years ago, as of 100 years following, was the first time that Yushins first actually touched back down on Paya. Because the entire reason that the Yushins went to the moon to colonize was actually due to war efforts. So, in the year of Zero, there was a war going on between what was originally named the Twilight Forest and the city of Angelus, which all takes place in the Horn Range. So you have this big mountain range that takes place in the standard Cascade Mountains. The geographical layout of Paya is the same as Earth, if that helps at all. So if you look at the Cascade Range, on the west side of that is what used to be called the Twilight Forest, and on the east side of that is the city of Angelus. So these two are at war with each other, and it's one of, like, the age-old wars of religious, shamanic kind of casters and basically mana leaders that went to war with this technological innovation because they didn't like the pollution, and the innovators didn't really like the way that how chaotic and basically unpredictable magic was. Also, natural hierarchy system, a whole bunch of political things went to a huge bout about things. Angelus was probably one of the most hyper-civilized places in existence at that time, 200 years ago, at least as a large colony. Hi there, Utopians! Minty Fresh, what's up? I just fixed my calendar, my TTRPG setting, and God, it is relieving to not be like, it's year 4120 of the present common era, 60 years after the end of the Purge era. That is understandable. So, druids and normal people, those pesky tree people. It was more like mushroom people at the time, but comme si, comme ça. They went to war with each other for a lot of reasons, and there's a lot to go into about that. But essentially, they went to war. And Angelus, instead of fighting back, I would argue that the Twilight... Oh god, what a terrible screenshot that is. Thank you, camera, for dying at the worst possible moment. That'll probably be the thumbnail for this video, knowing my luck. You missed it? Oh, hold on a second, chat. Okay. So, essentially, all that happened, right? Oh, thank you for the clip. I'm so glad that's now forever there. So, they went to war with each other. Angelus attempted to colonize the moon, which was an effort that had been talked about and was one of the provocative features of the war. The brick must have missed. God damn it. Forever flying brick. Yum, moons. So this is one of the provocative efforts of the war, right? They're like, we want to colonize the moon. And the mages were like, don't fucking do that. And they're like, we're gonna do that. So they started lighting their shit on fire. and they're like, we're gonna get to the moon even faster now. So they abruptly and quickly built the Hellion 1, which was the first ship to ever break Paian orbit. And this thing was not built well. It was built in a rush, and essentially what happened is they used arcane sigils to be able to basically power the engine of this device. Yes. Ori, I've got a couple of Oris. How much for Gore? Good news. What's up? Wait, what got clipped? Really terrible screenshot of my camera dying. Why'd they build it? I missed it. To break orbit. Can we use talent multiple times? No, unless it's the prowess tree. The Moonshlet is happening! Let's go! That's awesome! Let's go, Moonshi. That's dope. Why go to the moon? Because they were being attacked. They already talked about colonizing the moon, just for other various resources, technological innovation, more space, all kinds of things, exploration purposes. They only finally left because they were being attacked. And they were like, we're already like halfway there, we might as well just do it. But it did rush it. Moon funny. Moonshlet! My cousin will help me get it at a very low price. Let's go! Dark side of the moon is for crime, true. What made you decide to use Geography of Earth for Utopia setting? Part of the inspiration for that is that if you take the modern countries right now, their mythos is placed in the same location on Paia. So the idea behind it is that if you take, like, for instance, like, modern-day Greece, the Greek mythos exists in lore, which takes up the same landmass as Greece, roughly. The borders will probably be moved around a little bit. It is nice that it is naturally relatable, though. You can just, like, take the geography of the US or of Europe or wherever or Australia or wherever you want, right? And you can be like, oh, I'll just use that. And then you can grab their mythos. Even if the lore has not been explained for that officially, you can get a relatively good judgment from that. Have fun drawing. Lore, my beloved. Go, Moonshlet. May I ask why not paper? Is it bad to draw on paper? I don't think it's bad to draw on paper. Australia, more like purgatory. That's actually the... Okay, so in canon lore, there was a concept that might be the case. I don't know if it's actually gonna be the case, but Australia was actually gonna be an exile island that people go to, that people treated as purgatory. There's a theory somewhere that the stories that we may exist else in another world. Yeah. Never had a tablet, so I only use paper. Understandable. Have a nice day. I must apologize for bastardizing your lore. I had promised my party a steampunk campaign before I found the Utopia system, but I liked it too much to pass up. Angeles is a steampunk city. It is actually... So Angeles was the first innovative city on Paia. They're the ones that created the Hellion 1 that broke orbit and colonized Uto. They are a steampunk city. They actually are. Makes it an evil place. Similar to the way God of War handles different pantheons. Kinda, yeah. Pretty similar. There'll likely be different naming conventions for each one, but roughly, yes. Mr. Don'terly, I want you to info dump on me about Atlas and the origin of aquatic mutants and merfolk. It's pretty obvious I was gonna ask this. That's pretty understandable. Okay, I'm gonna ask you now, chat. Do you want me to continue on the standard chronological path, or do you want me to shift topics right now? What about Florida? Florida has not been mapped out yet, and I'm actually not the one doing it, so I'm not the right person to ask about that. I want dragons. That was quick. Yeah, I think I put in a dead battery by accident. Just go nuts, gang. We'll figure it out. The camp. Thank you. Dragons is the only thing I want to know about. Dragons are everywhere. Okay. We have a request. I love steampunk. My entire TTRPG, since I'm intending on doing conversions from D&D to Utopia, is steampunk world. Let's go! Angeles is a great place for that. Really, really historically rich in Utopia. Like some super powerful ones. I don't understand like how they work. There's a lot to go into about dragons. Do we want to hear about Atlas? Do we want to hear about dragons? There's a lot of separate topics we're talking about. Will we be able to ride dragons? You can currently ride anything in this system. If it is your size or larger, you can scale it, which is the equivalent of riding it. And honestly, it doesn't have to consent. It'll be easier for you if it consents, but you can still ride it regardless. I want to know about the cup of copy. The cup of copy? and Slavic lore, also dead camera. I do want to introduce those things. Now, part of the reason that I don't have all of the lores lined out is because I want to be as thematically accurate as possible. So if I don't know them very well personally, then I haven't mapped a lot of them out, but yes, you are correct. As a future plot, I think that Atlas may be needed. Real. Cup of copy. I paid for the Atlas request. You did pay for the Atlas request. We'll do Atlas first. I like to think that the Appalachian Mountains hold older forms of mana, deep with history and old runes due to age. The Rockies have a lore magic, wild and untamed due to their newest formation. There's actually... Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I'm just gonna simply say yes to that. That is surprisingly accurate. I can pay for dragons? How? Well, Moonchi paid first, but I'll go into dragons next. How pay for message? It's a redeem. You can highlight message. You can also use biddies to pay for a highlighted message. That was never a rule. Moonchi just said that, but I'm gonna hold to it because Moonchi said it. and they did pay for it. So, but with that, I must know everything about the cup of copy, Ori. What is that? What is the cup of copy? What is the cup of copy? You know, I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna give you an answer to that. First, Atlas. Atlas is gonna be quicker than dragons. So Atlas is an undersea empire that is right off the coast of Lore. It is essentially... It's right between where Greece and Egypt would be, and it is completely underneath the civilization. They are a really, really powerful but isolationist empire because they live within orichalcum mines. And orichalcum, for anyone who doesn't know, by itself... Oh, thank you so much for the hydrate. I really appreciate it. Lore! Yes, it is spelled L-O-R, by the way. It's not L-O-R-E. It's L-O-R. Aquatic mutant origins? Oh, we'll get there. Don't you worry. We'll get there. Aquatic mutant origins kind of span a little bit further back than that, but we'll get there. Easy way to learn our Earth geography is play Utopia. True! So... Atlas is kind of centered directly on top of an orichalcum mine. And just due to being in the ocean, it's really hard for anybody to cause any wars or have any conflicts. So they're kind of a really, like, favorable isolationist species. They don't really cause a lot of conflicts, but they're really, really powerful due to how much orichalcum they have. So if you happen to have, like, okay, if you guys know the component system, yo, congrats on the shout out. If you guys know the component system, orichalcum completely raw, unrefined would be legendary. Just standard refinement would bring it up to mythical. And there's a couple ways, if you introduce some other alloys and stuff like that, you could make it beyond mythical. And the one above mythical is called fabled. And those generally come with a lot of issues. It's not easy to carry around fabled components. Kek. I have a player with the champion hunter talent that is using his charm to scale creatures, which is great. Thank goodness someone did it. Oh, I'm so glad someone did it. Gosh dang it. That makes me happy. Oh. That makes me so happy, honestly. I've never seen someone use champion hunter to scale creatures, and I've been waiting for it, and I'm so happy. But anyways. Orichalcum toothpick, real. Atlas is very powerful for that reason. They do have a hierarchical structure by nature. They're kind of a, oh goodness, what's the name of it? Oh, they're a standard monarchy. Aquatic mutants date all the way back to like prehistoric humans, elves, and dwarves. So you have the primitives, which is essentially the generic humanoid species that all of our main humanoids branch off of. Around a similar time, you had humans, elves, and dwarves, as the primitives just kind of branched off into separate... I have audio now. Let's go! Did I miss any important lore? Not insanely. Kind of just the Twilight Forest and Angelus, and now we're talking about Atlas. The only thing that I've really mentioned is that they're on top of an orichalcum mine, which is kind of like a legendary component, mythical and refined, and you can go higher than that with orichalcum. Isolationist species. I want to draw Atlas? Please do. They are a monarchy, which is perfect. Aquatic mutants specifically, they're not the only thing that comprises up Atlas, but they're gonna be really common. They're kind of like your humans of Atlas, if you would, but they're aquatic mutants. Aquatic mutants date back to the primitives. Primitives were the humanoid species. They're kind of close to humans, but not exactly the same. Primitives branch off into humans, elves, and dwarves. Elves and dwarves are more specialized versions. Both of them are very stubborn in the way that they work. Yo, what's up, Slayer? Welcome in. How's it going? Hi, Frost! I have questions about Stardew. It might take me a bit to get around to that question. I have a lot of questions queued up right now. Twilight Forest is my favorite. Well, we didn't get very far into it before we switched subjects, so I didn't even get into the like meat and potatoes, like the fun part. But we're talking about Atlas and Dragons now. When the humans, elves, and dwarves kind of became a thing, humans remained closest to the primitives, so they were the most adaptable genetically and physically. So they became a really common target, as a lot of people know, because this is in the core guide, for a lot of experimentation and stuff like that, especially done by elves. Dwarves kind of dipped off, went into the basins of mountains and stuff like that, and just fucked off. Like, they did not care about anybody. They didn't want to talk to anybody. The elves conquered. The elves tried to conquer everything, and humans were turned into the various types of mutants in that time. So you have beast folk, merfolk, which is the aquatic mutants, lizard folk, and bird folk, which is the avian mutants, all around that time sprouted out of that. It's kind of backfired a little bit because humans, albeit are not as powerful innately, this gave them a lot of room to learn how to adapt and fight back against their oppressors. But in that time, all of these other types of mutants also began to take a stand, so they really were able to gain their independence very quickly. But the amount of curses and bloodline genetics and all the things that came up made pureblood humans really, really rare. Usually they're hindered by something to make them no longer pureblood humans. In summary, the indomitable human spirit wins again. By a sliver! And Angelus, colonizing the moon was a big part in the effort against that. Because the colonization of the moon created peace. It became kind of a refugee place for a long time where no one was trying to kill anybody. So Eve is rare. Oh, absolutely, yes. I mean, Eve specifically is probably a bad example for reasons I won't go into, but yes. We were born to inherit the stars. Real. So humans are not common. Humans are not innately common creatures, just because their genetics have been tampered with since the beginning of humans. A win by a hair is still a win? Well, it took a lot of pain and suffering to get to that point. Humans have a really, really ugly history. So Atlas Monarchy, yes, they do use a queen and king system generally, and it is bloodline. What? So wait, who tampered with the humans to make these mutants? Elves. The elves did. The early ancient elves did. Elves conquered a lot. Yo! Piper! There you are, baby. There you are, baby. Hello. Hello, bro. Thank you so much for the mystery box and the show dog. Here's a pip. You have anything you want to say, Pips? Thanks. So the elves are the British and they colonize. Funny story, actually. The elves own Imperium, which is the Byzantine Empire. So literally, yes. Dog! What does it feel like if Elicus would have a little sister? Honestly, that's actually so real. Also, Malfern. Maybe I should make the monarchy tree longer than what I have right now, but that would overcomplicate things. Understandable. Love you, Pulp. Okay, dragons now. Oh god, my headphones. Piper took my headphones with her. Any plans on Utopia Foundry? Yes, there are plans for it. It doesn't have support for it right now. The only VTT available currently is Tabletop. If you get Tabletop Simulator, it is free in the workshop. Foundry is a plan, but it is kind of expensive and takes a lot of practice and skill and connections to be able to do that. So I do want to be able to do that. TLDR, yes. Dragons, okay. I'm just gonna give you guys a warning. No, I won't. No, that's fine. Dragons. So dragons are kind of broken into two big categories, right? You have chrono-homogeneous dragons, and then you have the chromatic dragons. Not chromatic dragons, but And they're not called lesser dragons either. They're just kind of the more basic dragons, I should say. Hey, what's up? Pixels, how's it going? We did just go over a handful of lore things. We're talking about dragons right now. So, if there are red dragons, blue dragons, and violet dragons, there are lunar dragons, twilight dragons, and solar dragons, and there are iron dragons, copper dragons, and gold dragons. Do not eat the dragons. Oh, damn, I've got Tabletop Simulator. Let's go! Those are your basic dragons. When they are young, they are just called the young version of themselves. So you have young copper dragons, you have adult copper dragons, and stuff like that. They are the basic dragons. They are still excessively powerful, do not get me wrong, but they are basic in comparison to the chrono-homogeneous dragons. I'll explain what that means later. But aren't Hydra dragons too? Yes, and those are one of the chrono-homogeneous dragons. So the lesser dragons are the Basilisk, the Hydra, the Wyrm, the Drake, the Wyvern. What am I missing here? And the Leviathan. So those are chrono-homogeneous, which means they're gonna grow up into their crystalline counterparts. The greater dragons are the Ruby, the Sapphire, the Granite, and so on and so on. And those further go up into their species to only 2 types of dragons. Those 2 types of dragons are the Onyx and the Diamond Dragon, which are called the Ancient Dragons, and those further go up into the Primordial Dragons. But Ancient Dragons and Primordial Dragons both don't exist anymore. Like, they are unrecorded, unseen ever. They just don't exist anymore. They went extinct a long time ago, like way before the Primitives. A me dragon? A you dragon. I love Leviathans! Let's go! Where was Atlas located again? It might influence how Neptune's future armor will look like and maybe future garments. Off the coast of Lore. Wait, my phone died. Please, give me 1 second. An hour dragon. Let's go! Can I get a little bit of mechanics after lore? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit, just because you've been very patient. That was a very sweet way to ask. Little pinch of mechanics. Yeah, absolutely. I'm down for that. We've kind of... People keep requesting to switch subjects before I get into, like, the most important part of each lore aspect. So I've just, like, skipped over, like, a lot of, like, the really, like, important stuff, which is fine. I don't mind. You guys decide what you want. Give me Earth locations, Mr. Don'tly. I don't remember where Lore is. Lore is Greece. So it's off the coast of Greece. Mediterranean, Neptune? Yeah. That's why I said after Lore. Yeah, that's fine. What were you saying? Dragons. You have the Hydra, Leviathan, the lesser dragons, the greater dragons, which are the crystalline dragons, the ancient dragons, which is Onyx and Diamond, and then the primordial dragons. So that's what chrono-homogeny means. It means that they're gonna pyramid up. It means that as they evolve and get older and stronger, they homogenize into less and less species, all the way up to only a single species. I don't have to change much. Most of this appearance was from the Mediterranean area. Let's go. I rejoined for a bit. And it's actually kind of working right now. Yay, Speedy, what's up? Onyx, Diamond are greater. Got it. Writing that down. No, they're ancient. Onyx and Diamond are both ancient, and they're extinct. Onyx and Diamond, as well as Primordial Dragons, are all extinct. They have been unrecorded, unfound. There's a lot of them. Those are basic dragons. So gold, iron, copper, and I can't sit on the same subject for too long. So the VOD will still be available if you want any of this repeated. But the basic dragons, in essence, are the lunar, the twilight, the solar, the blue, the violet, the red, the copper, the iron, and the gold dragon. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm not worried about it. What happened to them? Who knows? Obtain the Utopia tabletop sim thingy. Let's go! Thank you so much, Minty. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for the hydrate as well. That's about all I was getting out of that water bottle. Dang. Okay. Can't wait to hit a dragon with the bricks. Humans happen to the dragons, if I had to guess. It happens a lot that way. Kinda. So like Hydra, for example, how does that even happen? So a diamond and onyx dragon can have a Hydra, a primordial dragon can have a Hydra, and I think they're ruby. I'd have to check my list again, but I'm pretty sure ruby dragons is the parent of the Hydra. So a ruby dragon can have a Hydra as well. Anything above itself can have a Hydra. Is there something I don't know about? What do you mean? In comparison to what? Now I'm inspired to draw two things, Atlas and Neptune in a more lore accurate outfit. Let's go. Good evening. Did you ever update your tabletop sim Utopia base? It was updated about a month ago, I want to say. Now I'm even more lost. So Hydra babies are a mutation? Not a mutation. So they're chrono-homogeneous, which means that a Hydra will grow up into a ruby dragon. A Leviathan will grow up into a sapphire dragon. Both of those will grow up to be a diamond dragon. So they homogenize as they grow up. They turn into the same species. They have different lineages for the same species, if that makes sense. Here, let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to like actually bust out my notes and figure out, see if I can remember which one it is. That, or I'm just gonna write Dragon 1. I'm gonna write it on the whiteboard. I knew this would come in handy. Leviathan, the Basilisk, Hydra. What am I missing here, chat? I'm missing a lot of them. Oh, that's right, the Drake and the Wyvern. Thank you so much for the crab rave. I appreciate it. Does it shed all of its uniqueness and become one thing? Correct. It does. Okay, this is not the accurate structure of them, but I'm using this for example's sake. So this is kind of how it works. This isn't actually the ones that turn into the ones that they turn into, but for example, the worm, the Leviathan, and the Basilisk all turn into an Onyx Dragon. That's not actually true, but 3 of them do, and I can't remember which ones. I'd have to look it up again. But essentially that, right? Whereas the Hydra, in this case, the Hydra, the Drake, and the Wyvern all turn into the Diamond Dragon, which means that the Diamond Dragon can have any one of these 3 children, depending on circumstance. A Primordial Dragon can have any one of these 6 dragons as a child, depending on circumstance. So that's kind of how that works. That is chronohomogeny. Chronohomogeny means that their line gets shorter instead of wider as they grow up. Hopefully that makes sense, chat. That's the best way I know how to explain it. How strong are they? Primordial dragons are probably one of the strongest land like living entities in existence. Me likey bet. I appreciate it. They are ridiculously powerful. The basic dragons vary. Level 1000 to fight? Oh, they would be way beyond that. They are way above that. I love dragon lore. Kill turn? Primordials are just about gods. Roughly on par with. Onyx dragons sound cool. Onyx dragons are powerful, dude. Onyx dragons are very powerful. Primordial dragons are like, Jesus Christ, we will never kill this thing. They went extinct. So, maybe you don't have to. DR 10k creature, woo! Those types of creatures surpass the DR system. The DR system means nothing at that point. Once you start getting into interplanar species, the DR system means nothing, right? There's a point that you reach in power level, right? Where if you can dip off to another plane or anything like that, you just don't die. Like, okay, let me explain it like this, right? Ah! Thank you for the mystery box. If you had the ability to spend one interrupt action, let's say, just to put it in simplistic terms, if you had the ability to spend one interrupt action to teleport, to jump to another plane, what does it matter? Nothing's ever going to kill you. You know what I mean? Unless they had some way to stifle your ability to do that, nothing will stop you. And primordial dragons can carve out new planes by themselves. So what does a DR mean? They can do whatever they want, essentially. I mean, to an extent. There's two sides to every coin, right? Everything comes at a cost. So they're not actually unkillable. Their power level is beyond what the DR system is designed to handle. Could a player theoretically get that powerful? Or is that what Beyond the Gods is for? You absolutely can get that powerful. It is more than possible. And yes, Utopia Among Gods is designed to kind of like capacitate some of that, but it would probably take more than that even to get up to those types of levels, but it is absolutely possible. That was one of the goals. Primordial Dragon as a pet pliz, perfect, good idea. I think that's a great idea. I've played campaigns where players have made that a goal, where it is to become partially primordial. Eventually your stats become high enough that you can no-clip into space and it won't even phase you. Exactly. Yes, Utopia Among Gods. Wait, can you call species extinct? That's kind of okay, that's actually a really fair point. It's not fair to call them extinct because Leviathans exist, and all of those things. But it takes hundreds of thousands of years. It takes almost eons for that to happen. So no, they're not technically extinct because there are Leviathans and Wyverns that could turn into primordial dragons. But as of right now, Onyx dragons and Diamond dragons are unseen, unknown, and non-existent. So something would have to grow to that power that currently exists in order for that to happen. And dragons already come in limited numbers. The whole idea behind Utopia is that you can reach utter godhood from level 10. You can actually start at level 1, and I've been talking about doing that. I really want to run a level 1 campaign. The only reason that the system does not start at level 1 is because it thematically breaks unless you have a reason for it, right? A level 1 character has the capability of an infant. You know what I mean? You have 6 total subtrait points you can put somewhere, and you have 0 body, 0 mind, and 0 soul. It's annoying to keep track of, and it's really hard to capacitate what that means. However, if you were to start a campaign where you were like sapped of energy, a part of like some kind of alchemical study, and all of your abilities have to slowly come back to you up to level 10, that makes sense. And I want to run a campaign like that. Coughing, baby. Only perk you have is sprint. Literally. My goal is an evil campaign, make the back rooms for real, honestly. Even in mechanical sense, there's a certain point where your stats get so high that the dice stop mattering and it even becomes even more about everyone's modifiers and scores. Yes, and Utopia was designed like that. It was on purpose. The reason why we use the 3d6 system is to make that happen faster. 3d6 pulls a lot of circumstance out of the equation, right? So essentially, once you hit like a plus 15, a plus 18, which you can do at like level 20 or lower, it's sometimes much lower than that even. People have done it at level 10 with upgrades. You need like item upgrades and things like that. But with that in mind, you can reach those higher levels where the dice virtually don't matter, right? Where they're not a part of it. The circumstance may change it a little bit one way or the other, but it almost doesn't matter at all. And that's kind of the idea, right? Is there comes a point where you become so innately good at something, your chance of failure is abysmal. Time to get back to fish washing. Are you washing fish? That's actually kind of cool. Would you even be able to fight? You'd still have a 1d8 minus 3 attack, so you could. Good luck, but you could. Only perk you have is sprint. And Ori don't. How I do my RNG is each tile. Or I think you should have a channel redeem for questions to be added to the queue. That would be a lot to handle. Monster spawner D10, odd numbers so you can encounter a random enemy. Even numbers are safe. That makes sense. Add location for loot. You can also have an RNG. Yeah, that makes sense. Are there starting items? There are. So you have level square. This is a recommendation. That's one of the reasons it wasn't in the book. It will be added, but it's a recommendation, and it's level square, silver pieces, and you can buy gear. That would be your starting gear generally. Level 10 are weak enough already. They are very weak. So a level 1 would be ridiculously weak. You would have 1 talent point. You could get Swift Strikes, and you could get, God. It's the influence tree. The first one in the influence tree. And Tinkerer. You could take Tinkerer as well. So the higher levels of dragons are proto-extant. Proto-extant. Okay. I didn't know that was a word, but that's baller. Yes. Yeah, once your modifier is 14 points more than your opponents on a contest, it would make it triple sixes for them to beat you, a 1 in 216 chance. And there is a point where critical successes are not instant successes. A critical success doubles the die roll. So, assuming you have no points of favor, rolling 3 6s is just rolling a 36. You can still lose. It's just really strong. Understandable. My question is, how do I determine what look can be obtained by the rarity it can have? What loot can be obtained by the rarity it can have? I don't know. I don't think I have enough context to that situation to answer that question. Level 1 does not do combat. Yeah, no, your goal is to survive at level 1. I mean, that's kind of the idea though, right? If you're like a part of an alchemical study and you've been sapped of all of your like essence resources, right? Of your physical capability to exist. Your goal is not to go fight something. You can try, but the chances of death is high. No worry, you skipped over my question again. What was the question? What level would you need to be as strong as Primordial Dragon? Like, the system feasibly be able to accommodate that even with Among Gods? Would you need something that truly changes the system like a subsystem for a level of power just to quantify the game statistics? Likely. So, the idea behind that, my idea behind that was there was going to be an expansion above Among Gods, right? So Among Gods is supposed to breach the cap, just like touch that ceiling of what is sensible to care as a single person, right? People have talked about vehicles, warships, interstellar travel, and stuff like that, and that's supposed to be the expansion above that. So the expansion above that is less so like, oh, what are the stats of my character? And it's more leading armies, right? You are creating temples where instead of your stats being decided by how many times you've leveled up, it's how many followers you have. It's how many people send their stamina into an altar through and into you. How many pact members you have. How many people are in your army that you command and things like that. Because your stats almost don't matter. Your stats will likely still be there, but be worthless essentially because things just don't touch you, you know what I mean? Unless you're fighting another Titan or something of that level of power, it doesn't matter anymore, you know what I mean? And suddenly you have to siphon energy from your surroundings in order to really progress it all. I'm looking forward to having that. It'll be a while. My RPG now has 2 areas, a grassy area with a burnt tower and a chilly area with snowpike, ice castle area, and an ice tower. Ooh, that's baller. Altar. Can I become a demon of hell and become a patron? You can probably do that in Among Gods. Honestly. How big is your cult? Hey bro, I bet I have the bigger cult. You can become a patron in Among Gods. You might be able to become a patron in Adventurer's Guide. I don't know that for sure, but it might be possible. In a really, really finicky roundabout way. Different types of planes of existence like the nether, hell, etc. Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a part of the planar chart. If you haven't seen the planar chart, it's pinned in Utopia. Yes, there are absolutely other planes like that. Hail Santa. Hail Santa! I need ideas to draw Atlas. Ooh, and maybe a map of it. I don't have a lot of the cartography done, so that's gonna take some time. Going back to the previous thing, would crit fails also stop mattering? Not really. So that's kind of the unfortunate part, right? But there's a lot of ways to make sure it doesn't happen. So as it says, Ohio is going to be a wasteland in my campaign. Let's go! As it should be! So a crit failure says that the roll is 0 and does not observe modifiers anymore. So a crit fail is genuinely a fail at all times, unless you innately succeed, right? But the nature of a test, it means that there's some level of difficulty involved. So if there's no difficulty in doing something, you shouldn't have to make the test in the first place. If there's no chance of failure, you shouldn't have to make the test in the first place. Usually I'll make someone make a test, even if their modifier is higher than the roll, because there are perhaps a 1 in 216 circumstance, which is the chance of rolling 3 ones on 3 dice, that you would fail. It's just a random catastrophic failure that you couldn't control. But when you're like god tier level, I wouldn't make you make tests for things like that because you're just too powerful. The chance of failure is so abysmal. But then again, once you add a single point of favor to that, it's like a 1 in 1200 chance, something along those lines. 1 in almost 1300 chance. Stack on another point of favor, it's like 1 in like 8,000 or something, so on and so on. So it only takes a couple points of favor for it to be so statistically improbable that it virtually never happens. But if you are making a test, no matter how powerful you are, there is a chance you can fail. So you're saying there's a chance. Yes. If you critically fail with 10 dice, you deserve a medal. Honestly, real. I used to have a rule. It doesn't really work as well anymore because Utopia's rules have changed a lot. But there used to be a rule where if you crit success 3 times in a row, you get a permanent buff to that sub trait. In Beyond Gods, as I'll call it for lack of a better term, you just not troll for stuff for lemma. You just not troll for stuff, Lamau. Like, would you roll, like, splitting a planet? No, absolutely, you could do that. And everything is very, like, it's not set in stone, right? Like, this is all conceptual at this moment. So it's not, like, very well lined out what exactly all of that is going to entail. But at that power level, absolutely. You could definitely, you can technically split a planet in the core guide. There's just no, like, you need some kind of access to ridiculous amounts of resource to do that. Fuck, I need to borrow that from my other tabletop games. I'm sorry, I meant to roll. Yo, I'll take a 19 after yesterday's rolls. Let's go, Jester! I wish there was a 3d6 command. 3d6 is surprisingly annoying to implement in this really rudimentary command system I have. I can only do single dice right now. So you'd have to do 1d6 3 times, unfortunately. But, oh goodness, what was I gonna say? Nope, I think I lost it, chat. Oh, yes, the YouTube video that's coming out, I don't know exactly when it's coming out. I'm really just trying not to rush it, but, otherwise known as equivalent exchange. I give X and receive a physical boost. Yeah. In this next video that's coming out, it outlines a spell that lights the entire planet of Paya on fire. In the core system. You can do that in the core system. It does allow it. Now, it doesn't take into account what kind of, like, mana structures you need to do that and, like, what the physical bounds of reality, how they limit you. But hypothetically, even with that in mind, this spell is still possible. You can cast a spell. It requires 65 million stamina, but you can do it in the core system. So you can do things like that in this system already, like as it stands. But you need things like pantheons. You need like followings, pact. This is why these creatures create packs. It's because they need such ridiculous amounts of resource to do these types of things. Yo, yeah, no, absolutely. 65 million. Yeah, no, 100%. Thank you so much for the follow, Leon, mate. Leon, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. I really appreciate you being here. Welcome in, welcome in. Lend me your energy. It sent twice. So yeah, you can do things like that. And this is just an example, right? It's just a numbers game. You get bigger numbers, you do bigger stuff. That's it. That's all. Good job. Let us gather, freeze the world. So I can do Spirit Bomb? You can do all kinds of stuff, dude. You can do whatever you want. Spellcraft is naturally kind of innately, kneecapped by the need for mana, because mana stops around the edge of the atmosphere, right? There's no mana outside of Paya's atmosphere. So in order to cast a spell from one planet to another, you need to create a mana field first. And that is no simple task, right? You have to create a bridge of mana. Divination can't go past Paya either, because divination requires that mana be bridging from where you are from one point to another. So it seems that godhood is more of a benefit for spellcrafters. Again, not exactly, because mana isn't everywhere. Mana is a finite resource. It is a regeneratable resource, but it is finite by nature. Tinkerers, okay, so the level beyond, the level after Fabled is unlimited. So the item crafting system after Fabled has no doubt, like, you can go on forever. It just scales how many resources you need instead. That's it. The item crafting goes on forever. So you can do the same things with items. It's just not showcased in the system. I still prefer the idea of making modular airships, to be honest, lol. You will still be able to do that. That might end up sooner than that, honestly. Originally, it was going to be with the commanding armies thing, but I think it'll probably end up a lot sooner than that. It gets really hard to balance that type of thing, because if you introduce that into every system, what happens when you just run over people? Like, what's the point of combat if you just run people over? You know what I mean? But the vehicular system would need to be able to capacitate and balance that in some way. Oh, ribs. Oh, your last message is gone. Hold on a second. Your last message was check last message. Hold on a second. Scale 1 to 10, how silly am I? How quick would you die in a hypothetical game? Would I die in a hypothetical game? I guess it depends. It depends on what the game is. No, sure, gone for an entire second. Time to learn how to drive. Wait, what game? Is this like a Hunger Games style thing? I think 10. You make it every time, Ribs. No one can stop you. That's what I say. Is there a way to like sacrifice or exchange HP for a resource of power? Like magic that allows you to make an equivalent exchange? Yeah, that's all of what the Art of Ritual is. The Art of Ritual is purely just about using something other than stamina to replace stamina. It is just making sacrifices. That is the whole goal of Ritual. Ritual has almost zero innate effects unto itself. If you only know the Art of Ritual, the best you can do is like maybe do a stamina siphon for nothing. But Ritual's entire scheme is to essentially take life force, to accept offers from other people, to capacitate your mana influx. Rips is unstoppable. Real hits Goblin with car. Dang it, not again. I exchanged my testosterone for estrogen. Real. Can't wait for someone to invent capitalism magic. Dude, honestly, people have started tycooning in Utopia, which I find hilarious. You absolutely can tycoon in Utopia, but I just find it funny that people already got to it. So, for example, in past stream, you talked about how there are 3 main classes: mages, crafters, and warriors. Yeah, essentially. I can see how godhood would help mages and crafters, but I'm struggling to see how it would help someone using pure melee. Well, that's kind of the thing, right? There kind of comes a point where you're just, what is melee to you? You know what I mean? You can't physically reach another planet. I mean, if you had a weapon of some type that could make its way to another planet, then yes, you absolutely can. But martialists will become basically invincible. Like, martialism will kind of become a moot point after a while because there's nothing to stand up to you, right? You kind of just ceiling that. Now, let me say that if come a day that there is something that is within your martial capacity, you will have the martialist capability to reach that point, right? But you will need some type of aid to reach out beyond that point, if that makes sense. Now, in specifically Utopia Among Gods, there will be extreme support for martialists, and martialists will get a lot of capability. They also will in Adventurer's Guide. But the punch another god through a planet, yes, you can do that. That's an example of what a martialist would do in this specific thing. Martialists kind of already scale forever, realistically, and that's kind of one of the issues that I had with Extravagant and Elegant, is that it's a really cheap scaling feature that goes on forever. Players scale forever, you know what I mean? So, let me give you an example, right? Monks in a future expansion will have the ability to scale their weaponless damage, not the modifier, the dice, right? Which is extremely powerful, which means if you are level 600, your modifier for that is already going to be ridiculous. You're going to naturally scale in capability. And Martialist will also gain things like more turn actions. Like, Conquer is not the end of gaining more turn actions in a turn. Already in the core guide, you can get 9 turn actions and 3 interrupt actions on your turn. And it requires Martialist to do that. Even though it helps a bunch of other things, it requires being a Martialist to access that ability. So Martialists will have growing power over time, but it will come innately with who they are, rather than innate abilities, I would say. That is also conceptual, so I can't promise that, but likely. Hi, Grass! How's it going? What's Utopia Among Gods? I def missed a lot. Oh, you're totally okay. I thought there weren't classes. I'm confused. There's not. So, the way that the Adventures Guide is going to work is that there's 9 talent trees called archetype trees. Oh my god, 9 turn actions? There aren't, those are just kind of built. Yeah, they're talent trees. So they still function as talent trees. You can still play the game completely without them. Of course, the core guide exists. But they're ways to kind of like funnel your level of abilities for people who want to do that. I just want to punch stuff hard. There will be support for you, my friend. There will be support for you. Yeah. Okay, I promised mechanics. I did promise mechanics. Is there something specific you want to know, Ty? Superman Superior eventually, or more like Superman Prime? Oh, absolutely. Or The Darkest Knight? Or wait, Ori, is the contract magic happening? Adventures Guide or some other future expansion? It's likely gonna be an Among Gods, but no promises on that. What are the 9 archetypes planned? I can't tell you all 9 of them. No! You'll be able to build your bong, don't worry, I cry. I don't know for sure. Anything is possible, but... Oh, okay, Sag. But I will answer a nondescript mechanical feature. I'm thinking about... Yeah, I do show them on my Patreon. I do show the actual full trees on Patreon. Utopia campaign, but it's in a lore / apiary / metery. That sounds dope. That sounds dope as hell. Can you give us a specialist talent that we've not heard about? Okay, the one that I want to tell you would not be from the Adventurer's Guide, if that counts. Do you guys want the really cool ones that are coming later, or do you want ones that are kind of closer in? Thanks for the cat ears. Really cool one and closer? I'm sorry, you're gonna have to pick one. Really cool ones? Okay, we want both, Ori, I'm sure. My vote is whichever. Okay. Ty Guy says really cool ones. So you have the ultimate specialist talent, right? And the way that it's currently planned is that once you get an ultimate specialist talent, that's when you get access to the greater trees. So greater warfare, I've mentioned this before in a stream. The first talent on the right side of greater warfare that's planned is that you don't need to make dexterity tests for accuracy. You just always hit. Ranged weapons do not require accuracy anymore. I would like to know what the mutants get as a specialist talent. Do I have that written somewhere? I might have that written somewhere. Just join. How much will the guide be? Likely the same amount as Utopia once it's released. Utopia might change a little bit, so I'm not 100% positive, and I can't even really promise what Utopia is gonna be. I can say that the Kickstarter is a discount as it stands, but I don't know. I can't promise necessarily. But also, once you finish the greater warfare tree, you get something above an ultimate specialist talent. So they have their own ultimate specialist talents too. What their name is, I don't know. But you get the even better ones. So there will be a point, the Kickstarter has gone off. It's insane, dude. It's actually insane how much support it has gotten, and I'm so happy. Oh yes, you said this. So Ori has a support wall. I do. It's really nice. I can like poke it and stuff. It's great. Big Magecraft talent? Yes. It's not fully planned what those are gonna be. But currently, what I'm planning for Conquer right now, and I need to assess power level before I say this. My desk is going up right now, so I'll meet you guys there in a second. But my current plan for the upgraded Conqueror is that you'll have 12 turn actions. I have to assess power level. I have to assess power level on that. It might not be powerful enough to do that. And if it's not powerful enough, you might get 18. I don't know. So my question is, in an expansion, you mentioned how there would be species that you could play that are so insanely powerful that require a minimum starting level to play as. Is there going to be a way to advance or evolve your race to match up with those types of species? Yes. There's actually direct examples. Okay, I will answer this, but this is one descript mechanic that I'm giving you. This is my one cheat for you guys. So, in lore, right? Not like lore the place, but in canon, Goliaths are going to be a playable species, and they grow up to be giants, and giants grow up to be titans. So it is planned for the Adventurer's Guide to be able to play as a Goliath. I can't promise that! Don't hold me to that! But I'm hoping. So you play as a Goliath. In Among Gods, you might play as a giant. You might play as a titan, which means that if you're playing as a Goliath, you can go up and then just start taking giant species talents. Yo, +1 humans. Oh my golly gosh. Ooh, titans. Yep. So that's kind of the idea behind that, right? Is that you're playing like Goliaths are also a chrono-homogeneous species. So like there's like 4 or more types of Goliaths. And there's only like a handful of giants, and there's only one type of titan. You're just a titan at that point. So they go inwards as well. So giants will have less subspecies options than Goliaths will. But you can grow up to become your giant version of yourself. And then hopefully even further than that. So that's just an example. They will call themselves a Big Muck when they're Goliath and Bigger Muck when they are Titan. I love that. So hopefully that kind of describes what that means. You can level up into them, but some things are just built at a higher level, right? So one of the examples, I'm still waiting for that expansion of Cup of Coffee, explanation of the Cup of Coffee. Okay, you're gonna have to remind me where that was stated. Explain to me what the context of that was. I remember it so vaguely. Or you tell us. Explanation on, oh, yeah, I need context. So humans would be able to steal Titan talents, or would they need to start with a Goliath to have basic way to evolve themselves, or are some species still basic? There will likely be a clause that states, in order to play or gain talents from, you need to be X level. So hypothetically, if you were a human, you could wait until you're level like 100 to gain those talents if you wanted to. But up to that point, you cannot take them. It's in the basement. It's in the basement. Oh, Cup of Coffee is in the basement? Does anybody have the full text to it? The human and their advanced species, the Prestige 1 humans. It was real. It was almost 100% supposed to say Cup of Coffee. I don't know, that sounds on purpose. I really feel like that was on purpose. What was the full context of that? Oh my god, the 6 lesser dragons are Cup of Coffee. Oh my god. Hold on, I have to think about this. Give me a second. I have to remember. I feel like that was on purpose. Cup of Coffee makes my head hurt. Should I make Ori dance? I would cry. I would cry bitter, salty tears, Point Sage. So if you want to see me cry while I'm dancing, then do it. Oh god! Oh no, my desk is so high. Hold on, I'm trying to lower my desk in time, but I didn't do it. I'm sorry, chat. That was the best I could do. No, go back up! Can you play Good Lookin' by Dixon Dallas? I love that song so much. It is a banger. It is an absolute banger. Thank you so much for the stretch. Okay, chat. Come right in at Bebot. The 6th lesser dragon is here with a cup of coffee and a newspaper. I don't think I can tell you guys about that. I think that's too powerful. Thank you for the clip. Was Ori throwing it back? What were we just looking at? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's so funny watching you shrink because the mic doesn't move. Yeah. Guys, I'm shrinking. And now I grow tall. It's gonna take a while. The growth process takes a long time. I am become tall. Okay, but seriously, do humans get an upgraded species that's more or less human but built different? They probably won't, because humans just innately have the ability to become that powerful. They're just not born that way. Humans, as it stands, can grow to whatever level they want, as long as they stop aging at some point. There's a lot of ways to do that, but they need to reach that threshold. I more meant that if you, hold on, it scrolled away. I more meant that if you were to start off as an Oxus or an Elf, for example, would there be any way to make your race on par with those advanced races, or would you be stuck with the basic race? Your species, okay, your species talents would still be limited in the same way, but I want to really drive home the point that your species talents are not designed to be your most powerful talents. They're designed to be a base level, right? So you still can gain abilities like a Titan can if you progress to that level of power, but you will be stuck to your species talents as long as you have that species. However, if you gain, let's say for instance, you're playing an Oxus and you gain every talent from the Oxus tree. If you swap bodies, you can now take new talents from your new species, and you still keep all of your old talents from your old species. Also, they're already built different. Got it. They start out built different. Yes. Looked in Utopia TTRPG pins and not see the planes like the Nether? No, those are a part of the planes at the bottom. What planes exist is kind of a tricky topic that isn't fully fleshed out yet, but rough answer is yes. Indomitable human spirit talent, yes. Okay, there may be upgraded specialist talents, but there likely won't be species. I don't know, there might be. I don't know, there might be. It's possible. Not off the top of my head, I don't have any ideas to do something like that, but it is possible. Look just like him. Death would be like, aww. Are you planting dangerous ideas into the spellcrafters of this community? Only always. Yes, of course. Break the system. Why would you try to become a god? Why set your sights so low, chat? It's going to take 1 hour tops for someone to make a spell now that lets you change your species. Oh, people have already done it. People have done it a ton of times. I don't know if they realize that they've done it, but the next YouTube video will actually outline a spell that can do it. My dog got sprayed by a skunk. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Okay, final question on this topic. What about Cambions? Out of all the base races, they seem most likely to evolve. Cambions are really special in that sense. They're kind of stunted. So, due to their misformation of genetics, the way that they mix kind of stunts their growth, while also allowing them kind of infinite growth. So, I would say that imagine trading the non-aging factor of Cambions with the fact that you don't really scale anymore. So, if you were a straight demon, you would have to start at a higher level. As a human, you could progress up to that level. Cambions instead kind of took a little bit from both, so they're infinitely scalable, but they don't gain those higher abilities that a true angel or a true demon would. But they still don't age, so they're still timeless. I did say 1 hour tops, not 1 hour minimum. Oh, that's fair. No, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. Falling human. I think the cup of coffee is too secretive. I cry. I eat Cambion. Don't eat the Cambions. Look in Utopia TTRPG pins and not see the planes like the Nether. By the way, do you stop aging? Cambions don't age. My internet is dying so hard for no reason. I did respond to that, Fern. I did respond to that. I apologize. It's a planar chart, but it doesn't have all of the planes because the planes are still a little bit semantic at the moment. Oh, with aging, how do you stop magic? The only way in magic that is confirmed, and even then it's not like fully confirmed, the only current way to stop aging in soft confirmation magic would be with greater necromancy. But there will likely be many other ways. I see, I become lich. Yes, phylacteries will be possible with greater necromancy. Oh, pop. Okay, we only have about 30 minutes left in stream, so we're gonna have to start workshopping Eevee. Semantics, yum. Speaking of necromancy, We're gonna have to start workshopping Eevee. Yes, let's do Eevee now. I didn't realize notification TNT. What? I didn't get notification? No, I'm sorry, Rap. I'm sorry. Chat, for anyone who did miss a portion of this that they want to see, if they want to go over another topic again, the VOD will be uploaded on the VOD channel, so please do consider watching it. Everything will be there as well. Oh, congratulations on 100 XP. So, chat, we did talk about making a hammer. We might not need to make a hammer. I'm not sure about that yet, but there is a thing that Eevee is going to do that I can't tell you about yet that might make it so that we don't need a hammer anymore. The hammer would still be cool, but let's workshop a hammer tentatively. Whee! That is so unfortunate, Rain. Why? Oh, you don't get any more info than just speaking of Necromancer? Okay. All right. Whatever. What a tease. I took Tinker specifically for this hammer. Okay, we'll make the hammer. We're gonna make the hammer, chat. But, okay, let's make the hammer. What is the think you took at the end of the last stream? What is the think you took? Oh, the talent I took? I can't tell you. But what rarity? Y'all have rare bits? I think a common hammer for right now would be better. And I think the thing you took. Oh, I can't tell you. I think that a two-handed 3-turn action weapon would be a lot better for our purposes, personally. So, realistically, I think we should have a slow weapon. I don't see Eevee needing a 2-turn action weapon. It's just not in their playstyle. What you must. I will tell you on Monday, maybe. The biggest bonk. I want the biggest bonk. Big bonk. Yes, precisely. I want to hit 1, sometimes 2 times a turn. That is my goal. Bunga bunga. With that in mind, so we have a maximum of 20 stacks. We can have a maximum of 20 feature stacks. I eat necromancers, beware. God damn it. Digga bonk! Should we take Shipwrecker? Okay, but Shipwrecker would be so funny, though. I love Shipwrecker. Shipwrecker is so good. Okay, if we were to take purely and only damage, right? Let's bust out the calculator here. We can have maximum 20 stacks. I don't think we can get 20 stacks. So we have 40. We can get up to 13 stacks of slam on a hammer if we wanted to. Again, with no downsides. I think Eevee's strength is 6, so we couldn't put inordinate on it. If we wanted to make it 27 slots, I don't think that they'd be able to hold it without some kind of upgrade. But even assuming that we did, let's say that we got a level in between that. If we did make it, then we would have 60 RP to work with just right there. Oh, Unwieldy is also going to be 10 RP. I'm sorry, so we'll be at 70. Without that, if we did not take non-lethal... Okay, hear me out here, chat. Hear me out here. Okay, hold on. Hear me out. Shipwrecker doesn't have much use, to be honest. I still don't know how to scale most of my HP of objects. That's fair. That's kind of not super designed into the system yet. It does plan to be. But generally, the way that I treat it is objects have a defense and a pool of HP. They don't have DHP because DHP assumes that they have some amount of soul. But naturally, I would just say it takes this much damage to break the thing, right? It takes 10 damage. It takes 100 damage. And it has a defense of 10. It's immune to this. Whatever. You know, every object is immune to Psyche. So on and so on. We're making an extraordinary weapon or a common one? It will be common. Speaking of hitting things a lot, the errata of the warfare perks has me drooling for when I get terminal drive. It's so good! Please. Look out then. But Shipwrecker is fun. True! I love breaking stuff, chat! A mid-location accurate Neptune. Double damage to objects. It's so good. It makes me so happy. I just want to bust through doors. Okay, hear me out here, chat. Hear me out here. What if, right? What if we made it do something like require ammunition? Because if we did that, right? So, like, let's say you got, like, a pop-a charge in this thing every time. It could be, like, a jet-propelled hammer. Because this dude is Yushin, right? We are, like, on a technological place. And the dude building it is Moth, who is also Yushin. So what if we had, like, a jet-propelled hammer that, like, consumed a component every time, and we could design better ammunition for it? All the tinkers are thriving. I make a weapon using the entirety of the person. Would that weapon gain DHP, or would their soul not be bound to said weapon? If I make a weapon using the entirety of a person, I guess if you didn't kill them, it would have DHP, yeah. Gunhammer? Kinda. I posted an art and creatives, maybe a slight redesign for him coming, also in this figurine. Ooh. Rocket-powered hammer? Yeah. That's cool, yes. A combustion hammer. Yes, a combustion hammer! Kind of like Reinhardt's hammer. That's exactly what I was thinking. Using a person as an item component sounds concerning. Yeah, that's kind of how phylacteries work. So in that sense, if you were using them as a component, not as an item, then naturally, no, it wouldn't have DHP, more than likely. My players will hate me with that suggestion. Jesus Christ. Generally, a person, like, if you gain access to a phylactery, it usually acts as a power component. You mean like a hammer from Fallout? That works as well, yes. Does a sentient item have a soul? Everything has soul. The question is not whether or not it has soul generally, it's whether or not if it has a complex soul. So a complex soul is capable of making decisions. Sentient items generally don't make decisions. They're just able to calculate. If you tell them, hey, do this task, like kill a creature, right? A sentient item will be aware of how to take on that task. There are exceptions to that, but that's kind of the rule of thumb that I use. Chad, if you are in the Discord, you should go to the polls and vote for me to get a roll, please. Just confirm the machine spirit. Shh. It's fine. It's fine. Shoot, I would also allow a custom perk if you want to balance it to the common item. Woo! From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh. Could a sentient weapon refuse to cooperate with a foreign wielder? Oh, absolutely. There's a core item called the Mantle of Chaos that kind of does that. The Mantle of Chaos has its own personality and can decide whether or not it actually wants to do something. Please, I beg! But a lot of times, if it does have some level of, like, decision-making capability, there's usually an entity behind it that is making that decision. I can see Moth taking a cloth to wipe the sweat from their forehead after finishing Evie's hammer, and then just eating it instead. That would be so funny. Like, I imagine knockback or hammer down alt. Oh, I kind of like taking non-lethal along with S8 Shipbreaker. Shipwrecker, non-lethal. Okay, non-lethal is kind of Eevee style. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna take, what is it? Not inordinate. I'm gonna take awkward, because I feel like awkward makes sense. Just 9 slots is fine. We're using armed, so this thing is taking some type of ammunition every time. We have two features so far. Non-lethal for 3 features, so it doesn't really kill all that good, but it does deal a shit ton of damage. And then we have, the other one we were talking about was Shipwrecker. That's 4 features. We could take Penetrative. At this rate, we could, no, we'd only be left with 5 RP. That's unfortunate. No, that's not true. Penetrative costs less now. Penetrative costs 40 now. I doubt the non-lethal, Mr. Knee Taker. But that's the goal. That, like, I don't want to kill things. I just want to do a shit ton of damage to things until they can't move. I don't want them to die. Or if someone uses Kindle on object, can it be upgraded anymore and must level up naturally? That is up to GM discretion. It is possible. And those things do have souls. Kindle innately pushes a soul into something. Imagine not wanting to kill things, right? Just 9 slots from Moth. Okay, we have 4 features and negative 35 RP. We could take something fun, like Penetrative if we wanted to. Penetrative is 40. Killing is my job. Killing is my job, says Frost. I'm fine with that. I just want to take out that initial framework of the person. Or you said the word too many times in a single minute. Which word? I think Penetrative. I think Penetrative would be a good one so we can ignore defenses. Your hammer now has the soul of Kevin, a level 10 human. Do what you will with that info. James, sounds neat. I was looking at that too. Exhausting sounds kind of cool. I am rolling. Blinding? Blinding is wild. What about confusing? Okay, confusing is the idea that you just smack them in the head really hard. But confusing changed. Confusing did change a lot. What was the errata for? I gotta read the exact errata before I state what it is. Okay. I didn't write down what its new RP cost is. God dang it. Is 5 RP fair? Is 5 RP fair? You get 8 stacks of it. They have to beat a TD8. That's not very much, but I think that's fair. Because it's really fucking powerful. No. Oh, absolutely not. No, that's way too powerful. 20 RP. Stackable. Because it's the number of turns they spend. I feel like that's kind of fair. No, I think that's fair. Okay, okay. So, this is now 20 RP stackable for confusing. Oops. Blinding is different. That gets really powerful really fast. Hold on a second. Okay, 15 RP for blinding, 30 RP for confusing. Oh, the cat ears. Look at the cat ears. Last thing they saw, the price tag, they fade into darkness and let the archangels take them. Confusing is a sleeper busted, is sleeper busted in my humble opinion. Oh, it absolutely is. It is changed though. So the way that it's gonna work is fort test against the amount of damage dealt, and it'll be stackable, and it'll state that they take on the condition for the number of turns equal to the number of stacks on the weapon. When the creator has took to their own errata because the book is now so different, be like, no, 100%. Thank you so much for the community art show. Look at that little Arisuki. I love it. What if we took sentient and chat could influence it? Yes, we're doing that. No, we're doing that. There's a really good reason to do that. I will not be explaining. This fucker is sentient. Okay, so that is 5 features so far. We have 5 features, which means we have 15 features remaining, and we're at negative 10 RP. Honestly, I think we can just put the rest in the damage if we really wanted to. Or he keeps being elusive. I would never. Thank you so much for the community art show. Make it cursentient. So 50 divided by 3 would be 16. We can do exactly 15 stacks of harsh. So 3 times 15 is 45. So we can do 35 RP. We've capped out the number of stacks that we can put on it. Thank you so much for the patrons redeem. I really appreciated it. That will be updated soon. Which means that with, how many did I just say? That's 15 stacks of it, 15 D4. I usually like bigger dice, especially with things like hammers. So I probably will be using bigger dice for that. 15 D4 is a maximum of 60 damage. So I'll probably do something like 5 D12. What's the difference between harsh and slam? Why? Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about slam the whole time. I meant slam. Slam was the one I was trying to talk about. I apologize. We love patrons! Yay! Thank you to everyone who is supporting on Patreon. It really does mean a lot. Thank you guys so much. What are all the traits again? So we have 15 stacks of slam for 5d12 damage. We have sentient, shipwrecker, not inordinate, awkward, and two-handed for unwieldy. That is all 20 stacks that we are able to use. Naturally, we're going to be taking 3 material, right? Yeah, 3 material components, and that's it. So that's 4 material. That's 411 with sentient. Oh, we can't take reach. That sucks. This is a 0 meter. This is a 0 meter weapon. Sag. We could take off a damage die for that, but I don't know if I want to. We're at 411. This is 511. And debuffs no longer give anything. So we're at 5 material, 1 refined, 1 power. Oh, I forgot about non-lethal. Poop. Okay, never mind. We are going to have to take off a die of damage, probably. So if we do that, we can 4d12, which gives us 3 feature slots back. We can do non-lethal and 2 reach. We have to do non-lethal. We have to for the RP. So in that case, we can only do 1 stack of range, I think. I'm sorry. No, we can do 2 stacks of reach. We had a little bit left. Because with what we were calculating, we're subtracting 9 to pull off a D8. And then we'll add 2 stacks of reach. It's actually not a lot. That is not a very expensive weapon. But that is 6 material components now. That's 6 material components, 1 refinement, 1 power. Curse Sentient, if you drop the perm radar, then you can make it negative. Perm radar, then you can make it negative. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's a very interesting. Okay. What do you mean by perm radar, Sherbs? Non-lethal is so thematic, and I love it. I'm not a thematic player at all. Never. No, not rain. Not rain. Never rain. No. What is perm radar? I'm down to, the ability to know everything. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We can get rid of that, and make it negative 25 instead, which would actually, in comparison to what we have right now, would be negative 50? Because we're dropping off the sentient positive RP and doing negative 25 RP for that, which is, and it takes off the refinement and power component. So we're actually only at 6 material components. But we're still kind of at our stack limit right now. We have 1 feature remaining. And I think at that point, if we're at negative 22, I think we just take penetrative, right? Penetrative for this weapon would be 40, so we're just at, that's crude. It's technically common. It has to be common because of the amount of features we have on it. But that's pretty solid. That would be 6 material and 2 refinement components. This would be working against you. I would never make a bad decision for a thematic reason. Yes. So how do we feel about that, chat? 18 RP. We have a 4d12 physical damage. Hold on. I'm going to pull up a notepad real quick. And we can recheck the math after all of this. Okay. So we have a 3-turn action weapon, which is 3 material components. We'll take slam. We have 12 stacks of slam? No, 16 stacks of slam. Because that's 40, 12? No. We have 12. We have 12 stacks of slam. Okay. Reach. We're going to take reach. 2 stacks of reach. This is +1 material component. This is... Let's tab over. Yeah. This is +1 material component. Okay. Slam, 12 stacks of slam will be 12 times 3, 36 RP. And 2 stacks of reach will be 2 RP total. Beautiful. We are going to take a penetrative. We're going to be doing 1 stack of that, and it will be... Penetrative only costs 40 RP in the errata. So, and that's 2 refinement components. We're going to do Curse Sentience, which is 1 stack, and it's minus 25 RP. We're going to be taking, so we're at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 stacks right now. We are fine. Awkward, which is 1 stack, and it is minus 10 RP. Yo, hello, I'm a player that used to champion Hunter to scale CLR. I just wanted to say, whenever I saw your reaction, it made me feel really happy. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much for being here. That is so cool. I really, really love that build. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Thank you. It's so cool to have you. That's so awesome. We're using arms, so that'll be 1 stack for minus 10 RP. We are using non-lethal. 1 stack for minus 20 RP. And that is it. I'm pretty sure that's it, right, chat? Oh, Shipwrecker. We need Shipwrecker. And that'll be 1 stack for 5 RP, I believe, and that's +1 material component as well. Let me confirm that. It is 5 RP, yes. Ship. Hi, Brighter. How's it going? Welcome in. If you aren't already, please make sure to follow. I want to see you on more streams. You're super awesome. That's 20 stacks now. Are we at 20 exactly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Yep, that's 20. Yo, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Brighter. Welcome in, buddy. Thank you for being here. So we're now at 6 material and 2 refinement components. 3 turn action weapon, and we're only at... RP total, let's make sure that this math is correct. So we have 36 RP plus 2 RP plus 40 plus 5 minus 25 minus 10 minus 10 minus 20. That is 18 RP. And because this is common, this is doubled. So this is 36 silver pieces, actually. Baller. This is insane. Yo, no, Points H got eaten. Thank you so much for the emotes. I really appreciate it. Wouldn't that mean you can put more slam? So common caps now at 20 features total. You can't have more than 20 features or stacks of features. So I can't tack on more damage without pushing it into extraordinary. This is Gary Gygax if Gary Gygax was cool. That is the best thing I've ever heard. Okay, but like, hear me out here. Gary Gygax is like the coolest name ever. I love that name. What are your current hammer stats for comparison? 2d10 plus power. And my power is -1. So, garbage. It's garbage. But it's 2 turn actions, 1 hand. Ah, bad mystery box. Real. So we have 3 turn actions. 2 meters, which is melee. 3 turn action attack, 2 meters melee. It is 4d12 physical damage. Ignores defenses. Oh, whoops, I need to put handing on this. 2-handed. Double damage to non-creatures. Half damage to DHP. And curse sentience. Or sentient, no awareness, cursed. Is that everything? I think that's everything. That is a mighty ass fucking hammer right there. Imagine not making someone blind with a heavy bong. Honestly, that's so fair. Thank you so much for the biddies. Imagine that. That's terrible. We're doing so bad. I guess I'll just have to carve their eyes out afterwards. Okay, then now we gotta work out how much bigger the hammer is for art purposes. This is the hammer I imagined on Avelicus on their, like, their player piece. Their player piece was supposed to be this gigantic hammer, but the Warhammer is a one-handed weapon, not this big old massive thing. This is what I imagined. This is also 9 slots. Yeah, I love body horror. Okay, bye. Are you heading out? I appreciate you, Point Sage. Thank you for being here. This hammer does not add power. No. I see you just wanted to keep the ignores defenses to yourself. What? What do you mean? I put penetrative on there. Penetrative is ignore defenses. That's what penetrative does. Oh boy. Gotta be bigger now. It gotta be bigger. Carve their eyes out. Yikes. Not actually, probably. Getting EP. I go EP now. Have a good EP, Fern. Thank you for being here, buddy. I appreciate you. But you took it from me. I did. Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second. It's just not a specialist talent. I mean, a species talent anymore. It's still a weapon thing. You can still put it on a weapon. My God. You can't be doing 40d4 damage. Technically, infinitely scaling damage. Ignore defenses straight to DHP. Listen, you gotta draw the line somewhere. Good night, Fern. My dagger ignores defenses too. Bye, Fern. We can't put it on hands or anything. Not yet. We'll get there. I trust me, we'll get there. We're just getting there too early. We just gotta wait a little bit. You know, it's interesting. If you never have a weapon scale, you technically can put points wherever you want. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you can put for subtraits? Yeah, you can put points wherever you want. Yeah, absolutely. That was kind of that's actually like kind of the baseline. I think the for a weapon clause is more specific. I will choose to trust you for now. Trust me, when those archetype trees come out, there will be things for you. There will be things specifically designed for you. No, it absolutely matters. It just depends. Like, for instance, if you put points into speed, you literally run faster, which is huge. Resolve picks your spell cap, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. Awareness tests are super important for finding materials, so on and so on. Well, it means you can always be solid at combat, but not focus on combat stats. I mean, a scaling build is always going to do more damage. Like, at the end of the day, a ceiling capped scaling build is going to do ridiculous damage in comparison. Dang. Damn you, Kirby box! Oh, I got a remod, sure. Yeah, and that's kind of the counterplay there, right? Is that you can just have your weapon do all of the damage, but weapons cost money and resources and time. Versus you can just put extravagant or elaborate on a, not elaborate, or elegant on some crude or common weapon and just scale the shit out of it. Call it a day. Or you can just punch people. You can also just punch people. Punching people already has a modifier attached to it. Twice in one stream. Disgusting. Flexibility of play for the first time. Oh, that's definitely like one of like the goals of Utopia is flexibility of play. You can do whatever you want. You can be good at combat while being good at other stuff. It's just that if you want to be the best at combat, you're gonna have to push all of your force into martialist, right? But you can be a warcaster. You can cast spells and still be good at punching people. Ask all the punch wizards in the Discord. There's a lot of them. What's the difference between those two? Between which two? Gloves of 8d12 damage? That is a real thing. Bah! Between which two, Ty Guy? Ring of skull cracking? You know, I think I know a couple people who are wearing one of those right now. I think I've seen a couple characters with that. Cat ears? Guys, how many goddamn cat ears are you gonna get from that box? Oh, extravagant versus elaborate? Elegant only does power for melee and dexterity for ranged. Elegant says pick a sub-trait. It's really powerful. It is ridiculously powerful. Amulet of nut twisting? All the cat ears. Ah, I see. So, let me explain why that's so ridiculously powerful, in case anybody missed it. Let's say that you're playing a caster. If you put extravagant on a weapon, you can use your resolve mod. There you go. That's why it's so powerful. I'm gonna post this in somewhere that I know where to find it. Right, I meant to ask this. Does dual wield only work on weapons, or does it work with weaponless attacks too? Dual wielder is specifically weapons. Imagine needing resolve as a caster. I'm making a grave mistake. We need to buy more ears for Ori. God damn it. Paya's redemption channel? Oh, that's smart. That's smart. I'm gonna do that. That's really smart. Where'd you go? Where is it? Where'd it go? Come back here. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Thank you so much for the 100 hammer biddies. I appreciate you, Rain. Thank you so much. Time for a hydrate? No, hold on, guys. You do not need to do that. You're so fine to not do that. The hydrate, hold on. I'm gonna have to go grab a water bottle for that hydrate. So give me a second. Chat, this was a wonderful workshop. This was amazing. not me just walking around with my cat ears on. It was specifically resolved unless I'm dense. It should not be specific. Oh, wait, for what? Oh, if you take the In-Tune Specialist talent. In-Tune says that it uses your will score instead of your resolve score. I assume that's what we're talking about. The In-Tune Specialist talent. Oh, Fortitude for concentration. Correct. Fortitude is also your ability to resist spells. I've been meaning to ask, how is it 4d12 and not 3d12? Shouldn't 12 stacks of d4 only be enough to condense into 3 dice? Am I dumb? You might be right. 3d12 is... Oh, you're right. You're right. It is 3d12. Oops. Yeah, because max damage on that is 36. You know what? At that point, let's just do 6d6. Yeah, let's do 6d6. 6d6 is still a happy number to me. Let me change that on Pious Redemption. Yo! Oh my god, Frost! Holy shit. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait, hold up with those biddies. Where did those come from? Thank you so much. I love you. Where did those come from? Just told me one of my players about the possibility of crafted gloves dealing insane damage. She thought she'd be happy to hear it. I forgot that it's me she was talking to. She only said, oh no. Oh god. Guess what, Ori? What's going on? Thank you, Frost, so much for the biddies. I appreciate it. Neptune has a new figurine. Bet Sav with the biddies. Thank you so much. My wallet. Watch this. Ah! Biddies everywhere. They're going everywhere. Make a wallet sound. Pennies! Punk, 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 punk. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Just a second. Let me modify this hammer. Oh my god, I hear noises! Noises that scare me! Thank you so- Oh my god, Jester! Wait a second, dog! No, wait, hold on! Guys, save your money! Jesus Christ!
Hype train started.
Jester, thank you so much for 1,000 biddies. Oh my dear god. Chat, Saf, thank you for the penny. I appreciate it. Thank you for the clip. Hype train again? You guys are fucking insane. You gotta be kidding. Pulverized with biddies. What the hell, guys? Let's go gambling! Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Is it Moth that's going to be crafting the hammer? It is Moth that will be crafting the hammer. God damn it. Oh no, 14 bucks. Jesus Christ, dude. Get drowned. Stop! Guys! Quit it! Bonkaga. Bonkaga. God damn it. Thank you guys so much for the biddies. Thank you, Rain, for 100. Thank you so much, Formal Gesture, for 1,000. Thank you, Sapphire, for the pennies that I presume that you are metaphorically punting me in the nose with. That's what I see, personally. God damn it. Thank you guys so much. You guys already hit the hype train. That is so ridiculous. Make it hail! Saxton hail! I need to stop yelling as much, chat. I have neighbors. And at what point will it become sentient in the crafting process? The moment that I put it in my hands. Oh, thank you guys so much for the emotes. Mr. Don'tchily, look in the art chat. Okay. Give me just a second. They're going in your hair. Oh, god damn it. Not my hair. Hold on. I got pinged. Okay. Yo, thank you so much for the people who joined the Discord from stream. That is so awesome. Okay, art chat, art chat, art chat, art chat. Ooh, ooh, this is pretty. Moth would befriend it. Good, so Moth doesn't have to deal with it. Correct. There's two things there. The neighbors can die. Make sure to check the coil after stream. Oh, I will. Don't you worry. I probably already burnt it, actually. This is so pretty. This is so fucking pretty. I love this so much. Oh, this is so cool. This is so dope. Ah. I'd like to imagine that this is their land gear. Oh my god, the pennies. Thank you so much for all the pennies. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Sapphire. Make sure to check your coil after stream. I read that twice. I would assume that that's their land gear, because if for creatures that live underwater for extended periods of time, I assume that you also have gear, unless that is water fabrics, which would be even cooler, honestly. Did send a link to the DMs if you want to see it all detail. Oh, okay. Oh, this is so dope. Oh, this is so cool. Hey, what's up? Ori, how do you feel about someone on the Discord almost catching up to your level? It's so wild, dude. I cannot believe that. Frosty. Gosh dang it, Frosty. I don't think anyone has surpassed me. Okay, no, that's not true. 2Ball beat me once. And that was like back in the 30s. Back when the server was like a couple months old. And like ever since that day, I got past it and I've been in the top of that server for so long. It's so wild. Sapphire, all the pennies. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the biddies. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. I can't believe you guys are fucking wild. I beat you once too, then got surpassed by 2Ball. Oh, that's right. During one of the giveaways, I think, someone reached level 90 for a time. That is true. Someone was at level 90 for a moment, which is wild. Back in the 30s, Lamau. Welcome to your 30s. I can't believe that. Someone's gonna get to level 80 before I do. I assumed as much, AI. I thought you were Frosty. I was thinking about it and I'm like, are you? I'm surprised you haven't passed me yet. You're like, what, like a couple thousand XP away from it? We're the same level right now? Son of a shit. I cannot believe that, dude. That's so insane. I'm Sag. Why are you Sag? I feel personally attacked. Frosty and Frost. Oh, new emote. These new emotes make me happy. We're gonna be collecting so many of these, chat. By the way that you guys do hype trains, you guys need to save your goddamn money. What are you doing? I was downgraded in rank. I know. I'm about to be too, if it makes you feel any better. If it's any consolation. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. That is so insane. Thank you guys so much. You guys have hit a hype train 3 streams in a row now, which is ridiculous. I still don't think it was evened out all the way, but then again, I could just be bad at math. What was evened out? What's up? 3 in a row. It's been insane, dude. Let's make this a streak. Please, guys, you don't gotta do that. And we'll make it 4 streams in a row. Try me. God damn it, bro. Guys. Chat, guys. Give me a second. Which one of you subscribed on Patreon? I swear to God, you sons of shits. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so amazing. What the hell? What? Guys, chill out on me. You guys are so sweet. Thank you guys so much to the people who support on Patreon. Thank you to the people who upgraded and who got a membership on Patreon. You guys are the best. I'm not supposed to be yelling right now. Thank you guys so much. You sons of shits. That's right, Winsmexy. What? I don't know if watery gear is different than land gear, to be honest. Up to you. Make the cute streamer like me. That may or may not have been me. Oh, Sawspeak, I got to set up a 1-minute timer. Chat, I really do appreciate all your support. You guys are actually so amazing. This is so insane. Bro, we want this project so bad. Of course, we're throwing money. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my absolute best. I swear to God. Hey, guess what? Remember that DHP species, blood magic, steroid permanent species I told you about? Yeah, what about it? Last message I was correcting. Oh, yeah, no more. Uh-oh. It fly away. No more yelling soft speak. Last message I was correcting. I prepared more trauma-inducing creations like I did. Wonderful, love that. That means you guys found Neptune wearing water gear? Interesting. 50k plus on the project alone, good ass boost to Patreon, and a ton of hype trains. This must be a hype point in life. You have no idea. Yes, it is. Hey, Crow, what's up? Being dragged by the ocean for at least 3 months. Jesus Christ, yeah, that shit's probably torn to bits. Unless it's made of orichalcum fibers. Orichalcum fibers are essentially indestructible. Hi, Crow! this has been an insane point in life. You guys have no idea. This has been a life-changing experience. I had no idea that this would do as well as it did. And goddamn, I was talking to Rain. He edits videos for me. So we were talking about, we did the video at the same time that we did the Kickstarter. They released at the same time. And I remember, like, the video before that, the highest amount of views I'd ever gotten on a video prior to that point was 10K. And that was from a video a long time ago that I didn't really care that much about, and it was kind of a fluke that it got that many views, and it's like, whatever. I had 700 subscribers at that point as well. So I had 700 subscribers, and my highest video was 10K. And that video started to blow up, and then the Kickstarter started to blow up, and everything kind of started to happen. I remember talking to him, and I'm like, dude, if there was ever a video to blow up, that was the one. That was the literal, like, perfect circumstance. There could not have been a better instance, and I am so happy and so stoked and so excited, and it's so cool. God, I love you guys. I find it funny that I keep making off variants of the mutants. I love them so much, honestly. It's kind of how it would work, realistically. The mutants are a generic species, and there's more specific species for things like the mutants, you know, like the Tebratans. The Tebratans would be a real example of a real species in Utopia. Maybe they will be real. I don't know. So how does spell pool level 25 of 415, one with is 205 permanents DHP budget? Permanent still observes your spell cap. So you still have to have a high resolve to cast that spell. It might. Who knows if Monarchy were orichalcum fibers? I feel like it would be. You guys are just so amazing. How much you charge for editing? Depends, yeah. 383K now, by the way. That is so wild. A video with almost, it's 383,000 views, which is so insane. That's why it's evil 58 my spell cap. Ah, that makes sense. Why is the pig step out of tune? Is it? It sounds in tune to me. Hey, Doki. I was making sure that the video blew up. It was the last thing I did. I shared it to everyone I know, and I love you guys so much, dude. You guys are so fucking awesome. I cannot believe this. Mwah! Thank you so much for the mystery box. After stream, everyone should rewatch What Your Favorite Has Been Hotel Character Says About You redone. God damn it. That video, that video, that was, so there was like a whole slew of videos that are currently privated that came before that. And that was the first time I kind of adopted a new style of videos. So I just privated everything before that. There was a moment where that was the only video public on my channel. So that kind of like paved the road, which is wild. Go watch the inventory one. That's my favorite. The inventory one, I like the inventory one. Yeah, the old videos. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. They had too much lore, too much exposition. No one wanted to know any of that stuff. I was wondering where they went. Oops. But anyways. All right, chat. We're reaching about the end. I'm done gushing for now. I'm sure I'll be gushing again soon. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so cool. Bring them back. Bring them back. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, chat. You guys have been so awesome to me, and it's so cool to have you guys. Thank you for everyone who's supporting here, Patreon, the Kickstarter, everywhere. Yeah. All of the shit that you guys are doing has been so amazing. Insert sex joke. We're gonna find somebody to raid. I appreciate you guys. The next stream will be on Friday. The Minecraft server is open right now. It has been open since the last stream, and it will be open into the next stream. So hopefully next stream I'll have some kind of event for you guys if you do play Java Minecraft. So that way when we're actually streaming and stuff like that, we'll have something more fun. Flippity, I'm late, but I'm here. Hello. I'm so sorry, Flippity. We're about to raid, but I'm so glad you came. You get those extra channel points for that, which is nice. I'm sorry, Flippity. I confused myself. Now I don't know if you were right about the hammer damage or not. No, you were right. You were right. It's max damage. So 12 stacks is a maximum of... No, it was... Oh, shoot. No, it was right. Right? Yeah. Okay. So 3 stacks makes a D12. And we can do 4 sets of 3 stacks. It is 4D12. It is 4D12. You got me twice. That's kind of funny. Okay, back to 4D12. Oops. Minecraft. I appreciate you guys. I need to feed the brainworms. Give me ideas, Mr. Dunterly. There's still a Utopia illustration to do. I'm waiting on that Utopia illustration, Moonch. And I really like that one that you were working on. I don't know if that's what you want to work on right now, but it'd be really cool. Okay, let me go fix Pie's Redemption with the hammer damage. Thank you for reminding me. I totally would have missed that. Lamau. I don't know the math I did last time to get that. I don't know, but I agreed with you. I was totally on the same page too. Wow, thank you so much for this, smooch, flippity. Counter offer 12 D4. I don't like the D4s. There's so many of them. Sherms is guiding the raid. Let's go. Page 87 is not enough for the brainworms. I can give you more art pieces. I can give you another stack. I just assumed that you wanted to finish the stack that you have. Whoa, Sherm. Sherm, that's so sick. Who are we raiding? Who are we raiding, Sherm? Tell me who we're raiding. That's so exciting. Let's go. Tom Scoop, let's go. Oh, they're playing Lockdown. Let's fucking go. Tom Scoop it is, friendo. Whoop. Bop, bop, bop. Whoa, Sherm. Yo. Moonshi, DM me if you want more stuff. I don't know the math I did last time to get that result. Oh, I already read that. My bad. Yeah, no, I totally boofed it too. So. All right, I appreciate you guys a ton. Thank you for everyone supporting. Thank you for everyone who was just here. Thank you for everyone who's sharing the project and talking in the Discord. I love you guys so much. You guys have been so amazing. I had to burn points. Lol, someone out there better get a refund. Real, someone get a refund. Someone get a refund right now. Come on, you guys can do it. I appreciate you guys a ton.
I know. That's suspicious.
I'm gonna say hi in Tom Scoop's stream before we raid. Have a good night. Have a good night, Speedy. Thank you so much for being here, man. I'm so cool I could have you. Bye. Have a good one, guys. I'm gonna copy that raid message and I'm gonna click on the button before I have to accidentally do the 10-second awkward silence again. I'm playing their stream right now. Guys, go ahead and copy that raid message. The top one if you are subscribed, the bottom one if you are not. The bottom one does not require any subscriptions to any channel to use those emotes. Paste it in Tom Scoop's chat. Let him know who sent you. I appreciate you guys a ton. You guys are so awesome. Later. See you soon indeed. See you guys Friday. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much, and I love you. Bye!